Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Stephanie. Okay, so here's our next video in our process on making a junk journal. And now we're going to sew our signatures into our book. And this method I learned watching Jessica, I'm a Cool Mom, and I will put a link to her channel below. She's awesome. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to measure my inside. This inside cover is 7.5 inches by 1.5. So what I'm going to do is we're going to make a template using this grid paper for the holes that we're going to punch in our signature and in our book. Okay, so now that we have cut this to the size of our spine, what we're going to do is we're going to fold it in half. Okay, so now we have the middle. Now we're going to fold it in half the other way, and then we're going to fold it in half again. I know it's difficult to see on camera, but you know, when you fold the paper, you have all your crease marks. So the last set of folds we're going to do is we're going to fold each end into the middle. Okay, so now what we have is we have 3 sets of fold lines going this way, and we have 3 lines this way. So we're going to use that. Where's my pen? We're going to use that to mark our holes for punching our signatures and for our spine. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find where the line meets in the middle this way and this way, and it's right here. So I'm going to put a dot there. And then where the fold meets in half, I'm going to put a dot there. And then the bottom one, okay, I'm going to put a dot there. Okay, so those are 3 equally spaced, but I want to do 5. I want to do a 5-hole stitched signature. So I'm going to add another right there. And I'm just eyeballing it and making it 2 down from the top and 2 down from the top. And I'm going to put it there. So that's my first roll of punches. All I have to do now is follow my fold lines when we to the outside edge there. For that top one, where it folds there. Wait a minute. And that one wasn't, oops, I goofed. Okay, ignore this hole. It's not there. It's right there. Okay, so that one's a mistake. It's right there. So you just follow the fold lines. It's a little bit, you know, they're difficult to see sometimes. Okay, now that we have this, always make sure you mark the top because it does make a difference. And then we take this and we're going to put it into our spine, and then we're going to take an awl or some kind of punch, and we're going to punch the holes. So I'm going to take the inside signatures from an old book that I have been using to put the holes in. So you need an awl. And I'm going to put this right where I want it, and I'm going to tape it down so that it doesn't go anywhere. Okay. And now I'm going to punch my holes. Come on. Okay, so see, this part is, I think this is like the hardest part. So I'm going to really kind of get that in there. Okay, because I want a decent hole. And I'm not worried about how that's pushing the fabric out. It's just fine. Okay, so I'm going to do that to all of these. Okay, that's done. And I'm going to take the tape off. I'm just going to fold it. Now we're going to take our signatures and we're going to put the same holes in our signatures. So this is how I do it. I saw something on YouTube or Pinterest, and this works well for me. So I'm going to find the middle of my signature. And I'm going to put paper clips on all 4 sides. I don't want it to move. Okay, so that's the top. I'm going to put it in here like this. And I'm going to put this in the middle like that. I have the top where it says top, and then I'm going to poke the holes through the signatures. Okay, I take that out, and there are the holes. So now I'm going to do that to my other 2 signatures. Okay, now those are done. Okay. Now we're going to get ready to sew our signatures into our book, and there are a couple things you need. First, I'm going to use, this is waxed book thread, and I like to buy this from Amazon, and I always get white or ivory because I can color it with paints and dyes and sprays and things like that. But today I'm just going to use it in this natural color. And the other thing you need is you need a large eye blunt needle. And you can get these large eye blunt needles from Joann's, Amazon. I think Michaels has them also. Not sure about Hobby Lobby. And you can get various waxed threads from Michaels as well. I'm not sure about Joann's, but the first signature we're going to sew in is our 3rd signature, our last signature. So we're going to start with the last one. And you need approximately, this is how I do it, you need like 3 lengths-ish. This will give us some extra. Okay. So I'm just going to leave a tail on here, and I'm going to open up my signature, and you're going to start with your middle hole. And you're going to line that up with the middle hole and make sure everything's facing the right direction. And you're going to line that up with the middle hole on your book. And you're going to pull that through and leave a little bit of a tail here too. You might not need quite that much, but I like having more to work with. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to come up in this hole from this side. This is where it sometimes gets a little tricky. Okay. Okay, and then we're going to go down into the top hole. Oops. And I pull on both of the ends, and I pull them straight, because otherwise, like when you're tightening it, pull straight, because you don't want to tear your pages. Okay, and then we are going to go into the second hole again. Come on. I'm going to make sure everything is tight as I go along. Okay. And then we're going to skip the middle, and we're going to go down this hole, which is the second one up from the bottom. And this is a pamphlet stitch. This is a 5-hole pamphlet stitch. I cannot get that tight. There we go. And now we're going to come back up the last hole. Cooperate. There we go. Then we're going to go down this hole, there, and then our last stitch will be coming back up the middle. Ta-da! Okay, so I'm going to make sure that all my stitches are tight. I'm going to take my thread off my needle, and I'm going to pull them straight. Make sure they're nice and tight. I really like this stitch because I think it makes your signatures really secure in your journal. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to tie a knot, a double knot, and I'm going to leave my tails because I want to put something on them, like some kind of dangly, but you can cut them short if you want, but I'm just going to leave them. So here's what our signature looks like, our first sewn signature, and this is what it looks like on the back. And now I'm going to take my paper clips off, and I'm going to do the whole process again for the middle signature. which is going to be this signature, and then I'll do the third signature. So all our signatures are now sewn in. These signatures haven't been embellished. That's what we're going to do next, is we're going to embellish our entire book. We're going to make a tassel for here. We're also going to have a closure. And let's do a quick flip through of the pages so you can see what the book looks like now. And then the next set of videos that I'm going to do will cover making all the embellishments. So here we go. And that's it. That's our book for now. So stay tuned and we'll start embellishing.